To the second video here on Blogger Tools TV. Many people who run a blog also want to teach and educate their audience or promote a product like their own ebook or online course, and a good way to do that is a webinar. That means like an online workshop, online seminar that people can sign up to, and where you can teach and present your ideas, or can also show the advantages of buying a product from you. And today I want to show you WebinarNinja. That's a really feature-rich but still simple tool that I use for my main blog, like a technology, gadgets and games blog that I write. Here I have started a new account for Blogger Tools, so for the new YouTube channel, so that's why the account here is empty, and I just want to show you how to get started with this software. So let's get started with our first webinar. Just click that button, and like you can see here, it is really simple form. The software I used before, WebinarNinja, was one where you had like many tabs and I think 10 steps of different settings that you had to fill out in order to create a webinar. Here you just fill out the basic options, and the rest of like email integrations and statistics and stuff comes later. So let's give it a title: Top Tools to Make Money Blogging. Just an example. Here you can set up the day. Let's say tomorrow. And here you can set the time. Of course, you can, when you register, you can set up your time zone so that it shows everything in your time zone and not in a predefined one. And you can also set up if it's paid or not. You can add a Stripe integration, so you can like sell like group coaching webinars or like premium trainings and stuff as an alternative to online courses where people do everything, like self-teaching courses where people can work on their own pace. You could also, as an alternative to that, offer webinars, live webinars, where you go through a process of like teaching them like how to set up a website, or how to cook something, or do some work around the house or something, where they can then just see you work and ask you questions. Okay, just click this and your webinar is set up. You will now find it not just here in your dashboard, but also here in my webinars. And the cool thing about this is they have integrated marketing. That means when the page now loads, my internet isn't always so great, but you see it's a draft. When you publish it, then it will also show in their webinar marketplace, where people can look for webinars about topics they want to learn about, and this can help you find more attendees even from outside your blog or social media following, so you can grow your audience and maybe even find new buyers for your ebooks or online courses. So here you can have different options. Either enter the studio, we will do that later, but you can also add different integrations, edit the webinar, like the title or the day. You can add co-hosts. So like if you're interviewing someone, or you add someone who will manage the questions for you while you do your presentation, you can add them here. You can add, you can change the webinar settings. That's a good one. In the webinar service I used before, you had to fill out all the settings as you were setting up the webinar, but now here you can do it after the setup if you want, but you can leave things as they are if you don't want to change more settings. So you can add like social media buttons and everything. And other options are you can change the registration page or the thank you page, change the messages that people are sent as reminders. Hey, in a day or in an hour we start the webinar. And you can also add like integrations for like emails, or like show your statistics, how many people have signed up and stuff, so you know exactly if it's a small group or a larger crowd that you will be working with. So here you can set up all those things. I'm just going to show you a few things here. Here you can see your sign up page, and can change that, and your thank you page. And yeah, let's go into the studio, where you can set up the interactive elements, and you can test your microphone and your camera, your webcam. So let's get started. Here you can check if your microphone or if your webcam is working or not. I have disabled that right now because this is just an example, but as you can see here there will be the chat where people can chat with each other, and here you can have the questions. That means questions that chat are apart from each other, so that if it's Q&A time, you don't have to scroll through all the chat, but you just have to go through the questions list here. You can even like filter to show all the questions you already answered, or all the questions that are still unanswered. You can add polls. Let's do that right now, so you can do them while you do your presentation, or you can also prepare it like I'm doing now, so you don't have to type it in while you are talking. Let's say how do you want to make money blogging? Let's say affiliate marketing, own products. And you can of course add more than 2 answers, or let's say add some sponsorships, and you can just post that question, and now people who are in your audience can vote, and you can learn more about the people that you're talking to. And of course you can also add offers. There is only one template right now, but more are coming soon. Let's say become a full-time blogger. I will show you how to make a full-time income with your blog. Okay, and then you can add a link and the text for your call to action button. Buy the online course now. Okay, and then you can add the link or change the color. Let's go to red, nice attention grabbing, and then you can well, I haven't added a link now, but otherwise you could now add the offer and also say when it should come up. This is especially helpful for pre-recorded webinars, like the automated ones we saw earlier, the option where you already have a video that you are showing and where you already know the time code of when you are exactly mentioning your offer, and in that moment the offer can pop up with people being able to click on the button to buy from you. Yeah, that is the main feature and layout here, all the features of the studio, but there's also other parts of it. You can start screen sharing, you can upload slides, so you don't have to run PowerPoint or any other app. You don't have to go through screen sharing, but if you just want to show slides and no other software or websites, then you can just use that, so you don't have to go through all the setup for screen sharing. And you can upload videos, so even in live webinar, if you like have a highly edited tutorial for software or something, you can already you can upload that and show that to your audience. And you can also change the layouts. For example, if you're interviewing someone, you can use that, where here is your webcam and here's the other person's webcam. So that's a really good feature. And of course you can go here to check and change your microphone and your webcam settings. And here you see how long the webinar is running. We're not live now, so that's why it's on 0. And that is a quick overview over the webinar studio. So I hope that this was helpful for you to get started. There are more details, and you can add you can add the Stripe as a payment provider to sell webinars, and add different autoresponder email services and tools, so that people can automatically subscribe to your newsletter if they sign up to one of your webinars. And there are features for the people that they can create their own account, where they see all the webinars that they are attending that you offer. So they see, oh, tomorrow I have that webinar, and in 2 weeks I am also attending one of your webinars, and lots of other features. But this was just a quick tutorial how to get started, how to set up and run your first webinar. If you find this tool useful, you can check it out by getting started with a 14-day free trial. Link for that is in the description. I am an affiliate for that. That means I would get a little bit of money if you then decide after the 14-day trial that you want to keep this, but I'm using it myself, and I would never recommend something that I don't like and trust. Thank you for watching, and I will be back soon with another video that helps you achieve blogging success without all the stress. See you soon.